Now, tell me, is this the Dallas Cowboys ready to make a historic turnaround? Just gone, new head coach Deion Sanders talks about coaching Dallas with a history of questionable decisions and massive pressure from the fans. The franchise's future might hinge on some drastic changes. But is this coaching shakeup for real or just another rumor to tease Cowboys Nation? And there's more, with Micah Parsons throwing shade at Jerry Jones and calling out the backfield. Tensions are high. Is it time to open the checkbook and bring in a star to lead the offense and bring back the glory days? So, Stephen Jones dropped a bombshell on Sunday Night Football, claiming the Cowboys are going to keep fighting for wins this season, even though playoff hopes are toast. Now, I get it. Pride's a big deal in football, especially here in Dallas, but let's be honest, y'all. This strategy has some folks scratching their heads. Why go all out when there's nothing left to gain but a lower draft pick? Feels like the Jones family might be more about flash than substance. Yet again, Stephen's words, "We're totally focused on winning football games," might sound noble, but where's the long-term thinking? Winning now just messes with our draft position, and honestly, fans are getting tired of these short-sighted calls. Jerry Jones has been running the show for years, and while we love his passion, it's clear that big-picture planning isn't exactly his strong suit. The frustration is real, folks. The Cowboys have the talent, but without better leadership, it's like we're running in circles. Now, let's look deeper. What's at stake here isn't just draft picks or a single season, it's the Cowboys' legacy. We're talking about a franchise that symbolizes Texas grit and determination. But lately, it feels like that fire's been dimmed by poor choices. Competing when the playoffs are off the table is admirable in theory, sure. But when it comes at the cost of future success, it's hard to justify. Cowboys fans deserve more than stubborn pride. They deserve a real chance at another Super Bowl. It's high time someone shook up the decision-making at the top. Could this be the off-season when the Cowboys finally make the changes we've been waiting for? Or will it be another year of disappointment? So, here's the big question for y'all. What do you think it'll take to get the Cowboys back to being the dominant force we know they can be? Is it time for new leadership, or is there still hope under the Jones family's reign? Sound off below. Well, folks, let me tell you something about these Dallas Cowboys. Competing for that Lombardi trophy ought to be the only thing that matters, right? But with the Jones family at the helm, it feels like we're more about stirring up drama than building a solid football team. Old Stephen Jones, bless his heart, but he's riding on Daddy's coattails with not much to show for it. His latest quotes just scream, "I ain't got a clue." Now, I get it, us Cowboys fans are the heartbeat of this team, but maybe it's time we start hollering a little louder. Why should we keep shelling out our hard-earned dollars for a franchise that seems allergic to intelligent decisions? This team deserves better, and so do we. Take last week's game against the Bucs. Sure, it doesn't count for much on paper, but pride was on the line, and the Cowboys showed up. Mike McCarthy's been a hot topic for years, y'all. Either you love him or can't wait to see him gone. If Jerry decides to keep him around next year, you better believe it's going to light up every Cowboys news outlet from Dallas to Amarillo. But hey, I'll give credit where it's due. This team's been on a tear lately, winning 4 of the last 5 games. Sunday nights, when might have been the sharpest they've looked all year. Jordan Lewis came up big with that jaw-dropping interception in the 4th, saving a touchdown and reminding us of what this team's capable of when they're locked in. Micah Parsons. Now there's a guy who don't mince words. After taking down Tom Brady and the Bucs, he made it clear the Cowboys are far from finished. "Everyone had us written off," he said, "but we ain't going nowhere. This is our team, and we can win games if we fight for it." That's the kind of fire we need in this organization. Players who believe when no one else does. But here's the kicker, y'all. Can a strong finish like this really carry over into next season? History ain't exactly on our side, but this team feels different. They're starting to gel, playing as one instead of a bunch of folks running around on the field. The defense is tighter, the offense has more rhythm, and players like Parsons and Lewis are stepping into leadership roles. If Jerry Jones can quit meddling and let the football minds do their job, maybe, just maybe, this team can finally make a run for glory. So, what do y'all think? Can these Cowboys finally live up to the name America's team, or are we just setting ourselves up for heartbreak again? Hey there, Cowboys Nation. Looks like we've got a juicy one to dig into today. The Dallas Cowboys 2024 season hasn't exactly been a smooth ride, y'all. Sitting at 7-8 and knocked out of the playoff race in Week 16. It's been a tough pill to swallow. But here's the kicker. Despite the bumps, this team's shown some grit, winning 4 out of the last 5 games, without Dak Prescott at the helm. That's nothing to scoff at, even if the playoff dreams are long gone. Now, there's been plenty of chatter about head coach Mike McCarthy. Sure, he's caught some heat, as any coach would with a season like this. But let's give the man some credit where it's due. He's kept the boys fighting even, with nothing on the line. That's why former Super Bowl champ Keyshawn Johnson stirred the pot with his Deion Sanders comment. Keyshawn boldly said on Speak that unless the Cowboys are rolling out the red carpet for prime time himself, McCarthy's job should stay safe. And let's be real, Deion Sanders has been turning heads at Colorado with his coaching chops. The idea of Sanders coaching America's team has fans dreaming big, especially with his son Shadur likely headed to the NFL soon. The rumors of Sanders making a leap to the big league and possibly landing in Dallas are gaining steam. But hold up. Jerry Jones seems to have McCarthy's back for now. The players, they're still rallying around their coach, which speaks volumes. But here's a curveball for y'all to think about. Is there anyone besides Sanders who could truly shake things up in Dallas? Keyshawn doesn't think so, and honestly, he's got a point. Deion's name carries weight. But making the jump to the NFL is no small feat, and with the Cowboys showing signs of life down the stretch, McCarthy might just have earned himself another shot. Now let's dive a little deeper. Sanders coaching the Cowboys would be a headline maker, no doubt. His charisma, leadership, and ability to inspire players could be the spark Dallas needs to reclaim its glory. But is he NFL ready for prime time as a head coach? And is Dallas the right fit for him? McCarthy, on the other hand, has faced adversity head-on this season. His ability to keep the locker room intact and squeeze out some late-season wins shows he's not giving up without a fight. The question is, do Jerry Jones and the Cowboys have the patience to see his vision through? Or are they ready to gamble on a bold, high-risk, high-reward move like bringing in Sanders? So, Cowboys fans, here's where you come in. What's your take on this? Should McCarthy stay, or is it time to take the prime plunge? Let us know down below. We're all ears.